How important is social media for, getting booked?
I would say you still got to show up and show out and be funny, because being on social media, having numbers doesn't translate to being funny. And also I'm learning too, having a whole bunch of social media followers who watches your sketch don't always transfer to ticket sales either. So it's all like it's a business. It really is. But, you just keep moving, just keep fighting through it, but I think social media has been a tremendous help, because that's where the source of my income has come from. I sometimes think about it. I don't know if I would still be out here if it wasn't for social media. Yeah, because, it got rough at one point. I was like, ugh. You start going from month to month trying to figure it out. But then I had got a settlement, so I was cool.
Settlement for what?
Damn.
Yeah. Somebody put a hidden camera in my in the dressing room and take me getting dressed and undressed, so I got a settlement from that back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Where?
Huh?
Where?
I can't tell you. I signed the NDA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, Hollywood been a little rough, but I ain't never did no freak off, so I'm good.
So you opened for Martin Lawrence 2015. How did that experience go about?
Oh yeah, that was the first time. So Billy Sly Williams is still, he used to be on the Martin Lawrence show back in the day, and he still tours with Martin, because the second time around that I toured with Martin, he's still there. He's still at every show or whatever. So back in the day, Billy was a mentor, and I just love people in this industry that never want anything from you, never trying to hit on you, just trying to be like a big bro or big sister. Let me guide you through this industry because I like you. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
And I remember back in the day, we used to go hiking sometimes. And one day I was on my way to a Mike Epps' birthday party at a club, me and some other comedians. And it was G-Thing and then my homegirl Yaz. And so right before I was all dressed up to go to this party, because you out here in Hollywood partying with the who's who now, people you grew up watching on TV. This is all about the Benjamins, Mike Epps. This shit is exciting. So I'm dressed up. We going to the club, even though we was nowhere near his section, but we was in there, And Billy called me. He said, hey, can you stop by Red Lobster really quick? And I said, oh, Billy, I'm on my way to this party. We got to get there before 11, because this back when your money was funny. You had to get there. You had to get there. If it said free before 11, you had to be there by 10:15, because you ain't know how long the line was. So I was like, Billy, I got to go. He said, can you do me this one favor and meet me at Red Lobster? I don't ask you for much. I said, all right, Billy, I have to hurry up and stop by there, but I ain't got much time. I went there, and it was him, it was a woman, and it was Martin Lawrence. And then we sat at the Red Lobster, and we talked, and Martin talked to me about comedy. And then fast forward like a year later, he ended up doing all these shows at the Comedy Store. 2015, it was Melanie Camacho, me, and Martin, and we would do this little series of shows there. And then fast forward, I was able to go on tour with him this year. So yeah, never know.
So you didn't make it to the club that night?
Oh yeah, I made it. It got shot up too.
Dang.
Yeah. Somebody started shooting in the club. It made TMZ.
There's a lot of reports about Martin's health declining during how is he looking right now?
He looked good to me, and even if he didn't, I wouldn't tell you. He looked damn good to me. He just did Bad Boys 4? So
Yeah.
Speaking of Martin Lawrence, who do you have? We usually do a top 5 in here.
Yeah.
Who's your top 5 all-time comedians, male or female? Just all-time list of 5.
Doesn't have to be in a certain order.
I hate these games.
You hate these games?
Come on, that's
You
the game
know why?
we have.
Because comedy is so different. They say it's 32 different styles of comedy.
But it's what
And to
you
me,
like. It's what you like.
I can't compare. But see, I like so much. I can't compare a Jerry Seinfeld to a Dave Chappelle. Their styles are totally different.
Seinfeld ain't funny.
AD doesn't think any white comedians are funny.
Oh, for real? Bill Burr?
No, Bill Burr is funny. They
He
already
married to
know
a
that.
black woman. Okay, cool. We're back in
There
here.
you go.
It's the only exception
Look at
that he gives.
Bill Burr is funny.
Okay.
It's the only
Bill
exception.
Burr? Louis
Bill Burr.
C.K.?
Huh?
Louis C.K. is funny.
Pretty funny.
He a little dark.
Daniel Tush is funny.
I don't even know who that
George
is.
Carlin is funny.
Don't know who that is.
The problem with Louis C.K. is it's hard for me to go back to his special after, the allegations.
Yeah, but he's still in New York. I was on shows with him before.
Any advice that you got from
His
him?
hands didn't feel sticky.
Damn.
I was expecting like a little stickiness, but they just felt regular.
We saw that you're a big fan of Charlie Murphy. Who do you think is funnier, Charlie Murphy or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm asking.
I think they're both funny. I was on a TV show with Charlie Murphy, so I hope to do a movie with Eddie Murphy. But I mean, Eddie Murphy is iconic.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I'm talking about funny. I'm not talking about iconic.
I think being on the Forbes list expressed that. I mean,
Bro, I'm sorry. How was your relationship with...
I mean, you can't come up here and be like, hey, so somebody, they're unalive, so let's talk about whether you're going to compare them. Like, I don't know. That just felt weird.
My bad. How was your...
I can tell you from
He's
Puerto
from
Rico.
another country.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can tell. Puerto Rico.
I can barely...
That's why they're not allowed to vote.
I'm allowed.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
What?
You can't vote.
Yes, I can vote.
You you can't run.
I cannot run for president.
You can't run for president.
But Puerto Ricans can't vote in the...
in Puerto Rico, no, we can't.
Yeah,
no.
if you live in Puerto Rico,
I've been
if
here
you're not
a
a
minute,
citizen.
you know? I've been swimming in these waters.
Okay.
Literally.
But my apologies. How was your relationship with Charlie Murphy?
Well, I worked on a TV show with him. It called The Comedy Get Down back in the day, where I was like a hustler because I was on the golf team in high school. So we competed against me and another girl that was a guest star as well on that episode. We competed against George Lopez and Charlie Murphy, and we acted like we couldn't play, and then we ended up hustling them out of some money at the end. But that was like, I believe that was the last year, you know, and so it was amazing to actually work with him. But that was my first time meeting him and working with him.
I saw you recently on Instagram. You did a skit for Undercover Brother. Is there a new Undercover Brother coming out?
Yeah, I just saw that
because
too.
Eddie Griffin is one of my.
That's one of my
love
favorite
Eddie Griffin.
movies.
He's so funny.
Yeah, it was so. Yeah, we just shot that yesterday.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it today. Yeah.
Yeah, so Lethal Shooter, me and him used to, do Facebook back in the day separately. This was our first collab together, but he ended up saying, hey, you want to do this thing with me and Eddie Griffin? And I was like, hell yeah. Eddie Griffin was so good, improv or anything. Is it another Undercover Brother coming out? Not that I know of, but I hope we get a good remake.
We need one, and you already in it.
Okay.
You already cast over
Talk
there.
to
Come
me.
on. Yeah, I love that fucking movie. And Eddie Griffin was so funny. How was it like even just work with him on that one sketch, one scene? Like you said?
It was really fun. He was so good because he was on the Comedy Get Down with George Lopez and Charlie Murphy, but I didn't work a scene with him, so I didn't see him. But the other day I was watching Norbit, so to go from watching him on Norbit then working with him, it was really good. And he was just so easy to work with, very good at improv, just naturally funny. So I think this sketch is doing really well too.
Eddie Griffin. I hope it does super well.
Griffin, we talk about, he called y'all a bag of flowers, so yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay, so Eddie Griffin can do it, but me, I am out of here.
Oh, what you mean? I never said you couldn't do
He called
it.
me out. You do a lot of
No,
race
he did call you out.
No,
He does that. And he does. It's white people. It's in his nature.
You said 4 white lady jokes since you've been on the. What do you mean? It is.
Look at him counting. That's the whitest shit ever. It's the count.
It was probably
5
more.
violations.
It was probably more.
Also, he moonlights as a personal trainer.
Oh, okay.
And he
I can
wasn't
see
really
that.
fond of your joke about personal trainers being poor.
No, I didn't say that.
No,
What are you talking about? I literally said.
He set you up.
I believe
he
in
set
that.
you up.
Yeah.
He set you up.
I agree with you. They are poor.
No. Just bad people too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do
personal
you think
trainers?
personal trainers are
Why
bad
are
people?
they bad? She
that's
didn't
what-
say they were
Yeah.
bad people.
Yeah, I
She
ain't
said
say
they were
that.
poor.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're bad.
That was just my experience with you, bad people. I was just sharing.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, personal trainers. There's a lot of bad reps out here. Personal trainers should get paid more. They're just under, utilized as humans.
Some of them do when they slaying that dick. You do that with a fat bitch, you out of here. You definitely will be in Beverly Hills.
For sure.
Yeah.
I know,
Just
I've
got
just
to do a
never been
300-pounder.
Have you ever slept
I've
with
just
any
never
of
been
your
single.
people that you train, Josh?
Personal training clients?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No,
that's
When you say personal, it's one-on-one, right?
that's
Yeah.
where the money at.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Well, you
I
said
haven't
what?
done it with any personal training clients.
Yeah. He was very specific.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah, very specific.
It's your
I don't
problem.
know. You can always tell when white people lying. They start looking down. They look all around.
Listen, don't say I wonder why I asked the questions.